डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के इंट्रोडक्शन से स्टार्ट करते हैं. इट इज वेरी यूजफुल इन एस्टिमेटिंग द नंबर ऑफ occurrence, especially when the number of occurrence are counted over an interval of time. तो जब भी पॉइजन के क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट आएगा, इट इज important to note that it models the number of occurrence in a given interval of time. For example, the number of cars arriving in a car wash in 1 hour, or the number of vehicles on a particular highway in a day. सही है. तो जहां भी पॉइजन आएगा, वी यूज द नोशन ऑफ टाइम. प्रॉपर्टीज हैं वेरी सिंपल. पहली प्रॉपर्टी है द अकरेंस ऑफ द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ अकरेंस इज सेम फॉर एनी टू इंटरवल्स. मतलब क्या है कि अगर वो कार वॉश 9 PM से 11 PM तक ऑपरेट करता है, तो उसमें सब में प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ अकरेंस इक्वल, यानी number of expected cars would be equal for all these time periods. Second, the occurrence in one time should be independent of the other. यानी for example 9 PM में अगर एक कार आती है, तो this number should be independent of the number of cars जो कि 10 PM या 11 PM में अकर करेंगे. Now let's see some questions to determine के कौन से questions में हमें Poisson distribution use करनी है. First of all, let's look at the Poisson distribution formula. This is mu to the power x e to the power negative mu over x factorial, where mu shows the number of expected occurrence or expected value और मीन. ठीक है. ये बात नोट यहाँ पे जरूरी है करना कि मीन और वेरिएंस जो है पॉइजन का, इट इज बोथ म्यू. ठीक है. तो व्हेनेवर यू आर आस्क्ड इन अ क्वेश्चन द वेरिएंस और मीन ऑफ पॉइजन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, तो जो एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू आप यहाँ यूज कर रहे हैं म्यू, दैट इज ऑल्सो द वेरिएंस एंड expected value. Right? Let's look at this question. It is known that a certain websites make 10 sales per hour. In a given hour, what is the probability that the site makes exactly 8 sales? तो दो बातें इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. यहाँ पर आपको एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू और एक्सपेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ अकरेंस गिवन होंगे, एंड वी कॉल इट म्यू. और बाद में आपसे प्रोबेबिलिटी फाइंड करने के लिए एक्स जो है वो आपसे कैलकुलेट करने को बोला होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट एग्जैक्टली 8 सेल्स आर मेड. So first of all, Poisson formula for x number of occurrences, mu to the power x e to the power negative mu over x factorial, where in our question mu is equal to 10 and x is equal to 8. Once you put in this for these numbers, so calculator के through you can easily find this probability. Right? अच्छा, let's look at another example. Let's say a realtor makes an average of 5 sales per month. So whenever you see average expected value, it is your mu. The probability that she makes more than 7 sales. So probability of more than 7 sales का मतलब क्या है कि the realtor can either make 7 sales, 8 sales and so on so forth, क्योंकि Poisson का x जो है it ranges from 0 to infinity. So this is why we use the complement case of probability, जो इससे पहले हमने basic concept of probability में cover किया, that I can write it using the complement event और 1 माइनस करके हम इसको less than equal to में लिख सकते. This simply means I can break it down into probabilities from 0 to 7. Name it equation number 1. And to calculate any Poisson probability, I can do it using this, where mu is given to be 5 और x की रिस्पेक्टिव प्रोबेबिलिटीज रखकर आप इसको कैलकुलेट कर सकते. अक्सर क्वेश्चन में पूछा हुआ होता है, जैसे म्यू यहाँ अगर आप रख दें, दैट इज 5 to the power x e to the power negative 5 over x factorial. So use this formula in equation 1 and equation 1 will give you the answer. इस तरीके से probability of x greater than 7 is equal to 1 minus, सबसे पहले x की जगह 0 रखेंगे, then 1 and so on so forth until you put the value 7, right? Other than that, there's another concept which is rescaling the mean of Poisson distribution. अक्सर होता क्या है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इस एग्जाम्पल में देखें, it is assumed that the major defects after resurfacing of a highway occurs at an average of 2 per kilometer. That is, mu is equal to 2 defects per kilometer. Now we are asked to find the average number of defects in a 3-kilometer long section. We need to find what number of defects are expected for a highway section of 3 kilometers. So what you need to do is आप यहाँ दो methods use कर सकते हैं. The first one is unitary method. Unitary, or many people refer to it as ratio method. दोनों variables को सबसे पहले list कर लें, number of defects and number of kilometers. Then for we have 2 defects for 1 kilometer section. Then to find the number of defects for 3 kilometer section, I can simply do it using cross multiplication. So here x is equal to 6, which gives me the average of 6 defects per 3 kilometer height. This concept is referred to as rescaling of the mean, and we'll use it in the next question. Assume that a bank drive-through has an average of 10 customers every year. The probability of more than 4 customers arriving in an hour. So important thing to note is यहाँ भी 1 hour का time है, यहाँ भी 1 hour का time है, so there is no rescaling required. So here your mu is equal to 10. The probability of having more than 4 customers is simply 1 minus x less than equal to 4, or you can write it like this: probability of 0, 1 until 4. And then to calculate the probability of x occurrence, you can do it using this formula, where mu in this case is 10. तो ये तो डायरेक्टली आप कर सकते हैं by putting this value in equation A. ठीक है, अब एक रीस्केलिंग का क्वेश्चन यहाँ देख लें. We know that mu given in this area is 10 arrivals per hour. Now you need to find the mu for a 15-minute period. Okay? How many arrivals are expected in a time in a 15 minutes time? Again, you can use the same method: arrivals, time, or since we have 10 arrivals for 1 hour and 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, so number of arrivals expected in 15 minutes time are expected to be x. You can cross multiply them, so you get 60x is equal to 150, giving us, you can name it any variable. Let's say you can call it mu, ताकि आपको confusion ना हो. Okay? So this is 3/2 or 1.5 arrivals in 15 minutes. सॉरी, इट शुड बी 2.5. ठीक है. नाउ यू कैन कैलकुलेट योर प्रोबेबिलिटी that fewer than two customers arrive, meaning that either number of occurrence should be 0 or 1, fewer than two. और फॉर्मूला बहुत सिंपल है. P of x is equal to mu to the power x e to the power negative mu over x factorial. Mu की वैल्यू in our case is now 2.5. So using this mu you can calculate basically x less than 2. ठीक है. X less than 2 should be a sum of these two values. जैसे कि 2.5 to the power 0 upon 0 factorial e to the power negative 2.5 plus. ठीक है. सिंपली आप इस फॉर्मूला के थ्रू इसको एवेल्युएट कर. दैट इज इट. कुछ प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस हैं which I'll add to the caption and title of this video, तो वहां से आप डाउनलोड करके इसको देख सकते हैं. थैंक यू.